What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do a little video for you guys. Yes, we got the red, white, and blue on. It was just Memorial Day, so have to represent. Let's get into it. I'm just doing a quick little upgrade video for the Titan 12.5 and Titan X 12.5, sorry. And we're just gonna go on the modifications that I've made so far and what we're hopefully gonna do in the future. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so let's start with the bow. The meat and potatoes here. We went ahead and picked up the XI3 by Motor Guide. We went and bought the regular standard version and added the GPS into it, you know, after the fact. The one thing I will say is, though, is I noticed whenever we took the head off, whoever put these caps in here, and I'll show you a picture that I have, they didn't put the caps in, basically the crimp nut for the power to the motor on correctly. So when we installed this in, we didn't have any power going to it, and we quickly found out before we even put the GPS in, when we took the cap off to put the GPS in, we found that those wires weren't tied together. So y'all, if you end up doing that, just check that just to be safe. Found out that it helped us out, and the ice cream person's coming by, so you guys are hearing that, which is awesome. So we first put in the XI3. I went ahead and got the male and female connector for the XI3 that we put in here, and then we went ahead for the kit. I purchased the kit, I think it was around like $70 on Native's website. So it comes with a little carabiner with running the cord and everything, and then here's the pulley. You go ahead and just pull on this, so that way you guys can see it, but it'll pull that. This will bring this down and then release the motor. So that's the first thing we did. So after the XI3 going into here, into the middle, we went ahead and put the Yak Power nav lights on this baby. It was really actually easy to install. As you guys can see, I routed my wires up to my Yak Power nav lights. I ran them up with these little on clips. They're little organizing clips for like entertainment centers. So I use those just to run my lights, just to keep them kind of tucked in. So that's going to be under the hatch for you guys. I didn't really have any issues with that. And just very simple. So we'll go ahead and set the lights up for you, which will bring me to my next thing as we run around the kayak here. Is we installed the switch system for this, and I will say, I'll mention this: if you were going to go ahead and put this plate in, take the plate out and cut the hole beforehand if you do this 5 switch, because there's little grooves on the back of this plate right around here that are about this thick and makes it almost impossible to get this in. But we managed to get it in, so I set it up as bow, and that's going to be our lights. So as you guys can see, we got the lights set up on it, and it looks sick. A lot of people mentioned how it's blinding to them. I haven't noticed it yet. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, I think it looks great. Awesome setup. Couldn't be happier. And that green looks sick with it being that green kayak. That's awesome. So, and then we have this, just the cord to release and drop down the XI3. But we, like I said, we have this Yak Power 5 switch system here, and we only have 2 set up currently, which I'm going to go ahead, and my next thing to get to is the Fishfinder. So we'll go ahead and turn this off. I'm not really going to have the power on for you when we go ahead and show you the Fishfinder, but you guys can see how it's set up, and you know how I did things on mine. So I have my Garmin set up right here in the middle. We went ahead and I wanted to get the captain's bridge, but for the price for the captain's bridge, it was so much cheaper for me to get this Yak Gadget set up. And this bar looks awesome. It looks clean. It's not too big. I do like that the captain's bridge it was wider, and I believe it has 2 channels with the measuring tape. That wasn't that big of a deal to me. For $50. This thing is really sturdy. Comes with these on the corners to set it up. Looks great in my opinion. And then for the Fishfinder, we went ahead and routed this down through here with a rod sock. I use black and green because I think it looks great with the kayak. Bring it up into here, and then I just detach this whenever I'm not using it. So that worked out great. I absolutely love it. We're gonna go ahead and try to upgrade this to either a 9 or a 10-inch screen, hopefully. And I also want to go ahead and get, I know a lot of you guys are gonna cringe at this, kind of controversial, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get forward-facing sonar on it. I went out with Stevie, aka the Brave Angler, and we had a heck of a time. And we were using forward-facing sonar out deep. It is a game changer, but I will say, for those of you that think it just magically catches fish, it does not. It is a tool that helps you out tremendously, but it doesn't catch fish for you, and I can attest to that personally. So you have to put in the work too. You have to know what you're doing. You have to scan down, find those spots first, and then it can kind of help you find out if there's fish there. But you do not just see the fish and throw it down there and catch them. You have to figure out what they want. You have to figure out if they're actually even bass and not just crappie or whatever. But that is going to be my next upgrade on this. Hopefully as soon as I get some money, trying to save up, so sonar. But that is something I would like as a luxury in the future. So keep moving on with the kayak. But we have the Panfish Pro here in the front, which I added one of the extenders from my Fishfinder, Yak Attack Fishfinder. I went in and took the extender out of it and put it onto here to make this longer, so I can get a higher shot, kind of more level with me sitting in the chair. All right. So going on to another GoPro setup is we have this. We have the Boomstick Pro, or just the Boomstick by Yak Attack. And this is how we get our high up shots. I'll go ahead and show a shot for you guys right now. And this thing is awesome. I highly recommend it. It's very sturdy, stable. And then I just went ahead and ran like a USB-C cable throughout it so I can power it all day. And then I just take the under end of this and stick it here right underneath the tray. And then I have the power source right there. Power all day, and I don't have to worry about water getting to it. So the next thing, and if you have the Titan X, you 100% need these, and that's going to be the native sidekicks. I have them, and I actually have the no float wheels, which I would highly recommend if you're going to be putting the wheels in and launching and unlaunching a lot. You want the no floats, so that way it's not a fight to try to fight this into the water to stick this in. So these sidekicks are awesome, really easy. Pull the pin, this comes right out, and then you can go ahead and set it up like this, run it in, stick the pin in, and boom, you're set up, and it is sitting flush with the side of the kayak. You can load and unload it, put it in the back of your truck, do whatever, and then when you're ready you can kick it back down. So 100% highly recommend the sidekick. This is a must. If you do not have a trailer, this is 100% a must need. So go ahead and pick you up one of these if you didn't. Then we have our just standard black pack where we keep our stuff in it. I usually keep, you know, PFD, some lures, whatever. But let's get down to the battery, which I am super impressed with this battery with my XI3. I absolutely love this thing. This is the next modification, which obviously to install that XI3, have to have a battery. So what I did was I got this on Amazon, and I'll leave a link to it or whatever, but it is the Power Queen 12 volt 100 amp hour battery. And then we have our cables tucked down there, just right here. Just plug those babies in and we're all set up. But what I did was, I know a lot of people said they put foam and stuff on it, but I took the foam that came with the battery from the manufacturer, left it in there, and it has a complete groove around the whole entire thing. Sits in it perfectly, and it keeps this weight, this lip, off of the edge of here, so it's not sitting on the edge of it, and it's not really going to move around with that styrofoam. So I really think that that worked out great. And I just covered it up. But what I will say is about this battery is I have taken that XI3 out probably at least 5 to 6 trips now. I went across almost the entire Lake Yale and had more than half of the battery when I went back to charge it. I had it on full for a while. I was sitting with the spot lock on for most of the day. So thing is amazing. All right, so one last thing I wanted to show you was I installed the one objective keel guard. Now, if you look at this thing right here and back down here is completely gone on it. And it's kind of pulling up right here as well. I talked to the people over at One Objective. They're gonna send me a new one. Really awesome customer service. They told me, look, probably a manufacturing defect if you've only taken it 2 or 3 times out and you really haven't rubbed it against the rocks and anything. They said loading, unloading from my truck shouldn't affect it that much. So he said it's highly possible that the material was just a bad batch. So they're sending me another one, so shout out to them. That's really appreciated. I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off and put the new one on. Protect the investment. All right, y'all, that is gonna do it for the video. Sorry if I went really fast over everything, but I wanted to show you guys everything before it got dark. I wanted to do this in the evening because it has been so freaking hot outside here in Florida. And the humidity plus the heat, it's really hard to do stuff. So I figured might as well have the kayak out, go ahead and give you guys a little tour, show you everything. If you want me to go over anything, or if you have any comments on anything or questions, please put those down in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer anything you guys have. And if you guys would, please like and subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Until next time, y'all, peace.